Hi guys, welcome to today's tutorial. So today what we're doing is a basic sleeve pattern. We're going to be drafting basic sleeve pattern, and like I always say, this channel is beginners friendly, mostly for beginners, those who are trying to learn how to sew for the first time. So everything I'm going to be posting here, or let me just say most things that I'll be posting here, will be things to help those who don't know how to sew at all, and they probably don't have the time to go to a fashion academy to learn, and they want to learn online. So I'm going to be breaking down whatever it is I'm teaching in a more understandable way, and then the terms I'll be using also will be terms that will be familiar with you, so that you can easily understand. So today, like I said, we're making a basic sleeve pattern. So in this basic sleeve pattern, I'm going to be making the short sleeve, the 3/4 sleeve, the long sleeve, and also the elbow sleeve. And I'm going to be using this same pattern to draft it. So by the time we're done, you can, whichever pattern that you want. If you want the short one, once we're done with the short, you can cut it off, place it on your fabric and cut it out and fix it to your outfit. If you want the elbow sleeve, the 3/4, the long sleeve, you do the same thing. So first thing that we're going to be doing is that we're going to be getting the cap sleeve. That's the first thing that you will do. You get the cap sleeve, but before then, you're going to have to get your sleeve length. Now for a short sleeve, let's start with the short sleeve. For the short sleeve, I'm using a sleeve length of 10 inches. So that's what I'm marking here, and I'm coming here also and I'm marking my 10 inches. So I'm going to use my ruler to rule this line. Do you understand? So this is my 10 inches. I want my sleeve to be at 10 inches. And then the next thing is to get the cap's height. Now there's a measurement for that, which is your bust measurement divided by 12 plus 0.5. And for my clients, our bust measurement is 48, so divided by 12 plus 0.5 gives me 4.5. So I'm using a 4.5 cap's height. Your cap's height is very, very, very important. In fact, there's no sleeve without a cap's height. So once I place my 4.5, I go this way. I get a long rule over it like this. So you can see now that I have two. This is the cap's height, cap height, and this is my sleeve length for my short sleeve. So this is my short sleeve. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your measuring tape and measure around the armhole. But if you already have the armhole measurement, which in my case is 26, so for your armhole measurement you divide it by 2, which is going to give me 13. So I'm going to place 13 over here. And okay, so let me just use 22. Let me use 22 because of my paper. So I'm going to be placing 11 here, and I'm going to mark it. And after placing that 11, please always add your sewing allowance. So when you divide your armhole measurement into 2, add your sewing allowance. It can be 1 inch, 1.5 or 2 inch. But here I'm not adding a sewing allowance because of the space that I have, but you're supposed to add it there. So from there now, you're going to rule a straight line this way. From this 11 inches here, rule a straight line to the tip of this paper, just like this. I hope you can see this. My pen, I don't know. Let me do that again. You can see the line. So first thing, sleeve length, cap's height, your armhole measurement divided by 2. From there, you rule to the end here. Okay, so when you do that, you now get the measurement from this point here to this point like this. You place your tape rule like this. I have 12 inches, so that's fine with me because I'm using 11 inches for my armhole, and then extra 1 inch is good for me for my sewing allowance. So I have 12 inches. So I'm going to be looking for the middle of this 12 inches. 12 inches divided by 2 gives me 6. Just on the same line, put your 6 inches this way. Okay, so once you have done that, all you just need to do, I'm trying to make it beginners friendly. There are other things that you can do, but to make it easier for you, just come here this way, place your tape, your ruler like this, and you can also do a free hand. Okay, let me do a free hand so that you can see. Just come down just a little bit like this, you can see what I did, just a little bit like this, and then from this point you come up just a little bit, the same way you came down here, just a little bit like this also. You can see it, you can see what we have, you can see that slope, see it coming this way. From this middle point, just come down a bit like this, down to this end. From this part, come up a bit down to this end, and you have it. So then the next thing you're going to do is down in your sleeve length, which is a short sleeve. Let's use 10. Let's say round sleeve, my round sleeve is 10 for instance. And then I mark my, because it will be divided by 2, so you mark your 5, you add your 1 inch sewing allowance, which makes it 6, and then you connect from here to this 6 like this. Okay, so now this is your short sleeve. Any questions? I'm not sure. So this is your short sleeve. Let me write it. I don't know why my pen is acting up. So this is the short sleeve. Now if you want to move down to your 3/4 sleeve, all you just need to do is extend the length. What's the length of your 3/4? Mine, I would use 16. Just extend it this way, 16, all the way down, 16, 16 this way. Rule a line this way. So that's if I'm not using the short sleeve. It's still the same process. The only difference is that I don't need this line if I'm doing a 3/4. I don't need this line. That's this short sleeve length now. I don't need it. It's just every other thing here I need it, but this line and this one I don't need it. So now to get the 3/4 length, this is your 3/4 length, this is the length 16 that we're using. So in this length now, my 3/4 is 13 inches, so I'm going to divide it by 2, which is 6.5. I'm going to write 6.5 here and add 1 inch sewing allowance. And then from here, from this my armhole here, I'm going to connect it to my 3/4 length. You can see. So this is the short. The short comes this way, and this part 3/4 comes this way. I hope you can see it, and stops here. I hope you can see it. Okay, so now moving to the long sleeve. The long sleeve is going to be 23 inches. I'm using 23. Some people use 22, some 24, some, but I'm using 23. So I just come down, look, the 23 inches here. 23 inches here. Rule a straight line from here to here. Rule a straight line like this. What do I have round my long sleeve? You have to measure it round your long sleeve like this. Measure it like this. You see, this is it. So I have 10 inches. So divided by 5, divided by 2, sorry, is 5. Always divide by 2. Your round measurement should be divided by 2. So it's 5, and I'm adding 1 inch sewing allowance. That's 6. And then from there, I'm going to be connecting straight up to that armhole. If I'm doing a long sleeve, I'm going to be connecting straight to my armhole. So you can see the difference. Now this is the long sleeve, this is the 3/4 sleeve, and this is the short sleeve. So I'm going to be cutting out the long sleeve first, so you can see what it looks like by the time you open it up. Remember, our paper is on fold, so by the time I finish cutting it, I'm going to be opening it up so that you can see what it will look like. And it's after cutting it this way that you can now place on your fabric. You can now place on your fabric and cut it. Just watch the way I'm cutting it out. I'm cutting this cord, and as I'm going, I'm bending my hands and I'm cutting it. I'm not stopping, I'm cutting it up to this point. So this is what the sleeve looks like. This is what the long sleeve looks like. And then when you open it up, this is what it looks like. This is what our long sleeve looks like. So now let me cut out the 3/4. Remember, this is the 3/4. So if I was making a 3/4 sleeve, I will be stopping here. I'll be doing away with this, and then this is what it will look like. This is the 3/4 sleeve. So this is your sleeve. You attach it to the dress or the shirt. Now for the short sleeve, if I was making a short sleeve, I'll be stopping here also. And then of course, remember, I'll curve this way. Remember that this would be the short sleeve. This is our short sleeve. You can see how it looks. You can see how beautiful it looks. And this is what it looks like when you open it up. So this is the short sleeve. Now before you attach it to your outfit, you have to place this first of all, sorry, not attach it. You have to place this on your fabric, just like this. Fold your fabric in two, place it on it, just trace it out, and you have your sleeve. But before you attach it to your fabric, you have to notch here. Just hold your notch it like this, so that you can know the middle of your sleeve. You can see the notching, so that you can know the middle of your sleeve. I hope this tutorial has been helpful to you. Like, subscribe, and follow my channel. Thank you very much.